name is Ava Marie Bunn, and this is my first episode of Hydrated History on Alexander Hamilton. Basically, I've always been a big fan of drunk history on Comedy Central, but since I am a minor and it is not legal for me to be inebriated, especially on camera, I will be drinking this jazzy beverage. Just to clarify, this is water, and I removed all the labels because I don't want to be sued for product placement. Here we go! Alexander Hamilton. That bastard. But actually, though, he was an actual bastard. His parents, his mother and his father, were not married when he was born, making his birth illegitimate. He didn't even know his own birthday. He thought he was born in, 1757. I really hope that was right. So, his childhood was not the jolliest time. Let's take it back to... he started out with a happy family. So he grew up in the British West Indies with his father James and his mother Rachel. And they were one big happy family until one day Hamilton's father said to the mother, "You're a whore," and left the family. Sad stuff, right? So on top of that, Hamilton and his mother both became really sick and they were bedridden. And they were both just sitting there in their own stench, and it was disgusting. Anyways, Hamilton got better really quick, but then his mother ended up dying. So now he's alone, and Hamilton's like, well, sucks for him. Every time he goes to play on the playground, all the kids have all these, nicknames for him. They're like, hey, you're a bastard, and oh, you're a son of a whore, and oh, you're an orphan, too. Ha! It's these days, am I right? It still hasn't changed. Today's youth. So now that Hamilton's alone, he goes to live with his cousin because he has nowhere else to go. So he goes and lives with his cousin, but then his cousin commits suicide. So yeah, now this kid is just really unlucky at this point. But don't worry, the story gets better. It's gonna be okay. So he's running out of options, so he goes, okay, well, I guess I'll just go work as a merchant then. So now Hamilton's a merchant, and he's trading stuff like sugar and rum and all this stuff that he can't even afford. He was 14 at the time. I'm 17, and I'm making a YouTube video about him that will probably get 27 views. Then Hamilton's sitting there, he's a merchant, and then all of a sudden he just goes, New York is calling my name. So this kid actually moves to New York because he's a boss-ass bitch. So then Hamilton arrives in New York City, and he's like, I want to go to Princeton. So he arrives at the Queen's College and says, hey there, my name's Alexander Hamilton. I'm from the West Indies. Here's all my letters. You should let me graduate in 2 years, because Aaron Burr did it, and so can I. So then the guy from Princeton, he's looking over the papers, and then he's like, oh, wow, okay, no. And then Hamilton's like, okay, well then, you. I'll go find a better place where they'll graduate me faster than Aaron Burr. So, take that. So after that, both Aaron Burr and Hamilton don't even finish their education because they both begin their war careers. They both start their time in the Revolutionary War. Bottle number 1. So anyways, they both start their time in the Revolutionary War, and I don't even know why I'm still drinking because this episode is over. So that's it for today's video on Hydrated History with Alexander Hamilton's childhood. Stay tuned if you want to see more and his adulthood, what happens next, but if you're a little too anxious, you could always Google it. Oh man, I really have to pee now.